Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Elevating with Ease. Those E's being, you know what? I'll wait until my co-host can share what those E's are. But so happy to be with you. As we have said in previous podcast episodes, it has been a minute since we had an episode, but we're glad you're joining us. We have a special guest today, someone relatively new to the school district. And our effort here on this podcast is just to get to know people. Yes, they serve roles in the school district, but they're also human beings outside of work. And it's important that we get to know one another and build relationships. So I mentioned our co-host. Here comes that music. Tells you a little bit about somebody too when you hear their theme song. Bob, come on in here. There he is.
It's funky. I got my 70s vibe on.
You forgot your signature move.
I did. You're right. Because it's been a minute. It's been a minute.
Yeah,
it's so much of a minute when you started the podcast. It's educating with ease.
What did I say?
Elevating with ease.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Right.
Should we back this up and...
Hey, and welcome to Educating with Ease.
Yeah, Educating with Ease. I am so sorry. Jeez Louise.
The new title is going to be It's Been a Minute.
It's been a minute. I deserve some kind of, I don't know. Okay, moving on. Bob, how you been?
Very good. It's a busy start of the school year. Lots of things going on. Can't believe it's November already. So it's exciting. A new school year is... There's a lot to do, but it's so exciting just because you have so many new kids, lots of different things going on. So we're in it. This is the crux, the meat of the school year. We're in it, and it'll be like this till we hit that roller coaster April. In May, and we finally swoop out into June. It'll go fast.
Yeah, I often say in the summertime, like before we know it, it'll be the holidays. It'll be nope. I feel like we are in it.
We're in it.
We didn't just start the school year. We are a full marking period in, I think it's like today, quite frankly.
Yeah, I think so.
45 days-ish in, and we're a quarter of the way through. Here we are having another episode of Educating with Ease, and those E's are, Bob.
We're going to elevate learning.
Yes, we are.
We're going to ensure belonging. We are going to engage our community. Welcome to the podcast. And we are going to exceed expectations.
And we are going to drink coffee.
You know what?
Oh, shame on you.
No coffee today.
Oh, see. Okay. Yeah. I'll just have to carry things.
You will.
Now, that said, you are correct. There's a lot going on in the school district. So many wonderful things going on. Of course, we have our fair share of challenges that we are navigating together. There's a lot of stuff out there and a lot of things that might not be full truths. But, Bob, we're going to continue to focus on the children, doing what's right. And here we go.
All right.
Here we go. So speaking of here we go, we're going to press play on some music. Ooh, fading in.
I'm feeling like I'm in college a little bit. I'm feeling some flannel.
So you say college, I say middle school. No, just kidding. But definitely.
This is more of the vibe like when I started.
Yeah.
When I started here at North Penn. Yeah. So I'm feeling flannel and Doc Martens. That's what I'm feeling.
Okay. All right. So this is a little late 90s. Some may call it grunge, like the Nirvana era. So, all right, let's bring in our guest, our new CFO to the North Penn School District, Mrs. Tara B.G. Hauser. Tara, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Yeah, all right. So today is election day. If people notice, I got the quarter zip, not the suit on. I'm a little underdressed.
Same.
Yeah, but anyway, Tara, tell us a little bit about who Tara Hauser is outside of work. Like work's very important, but who are you outside of the 9 to 5?
So outside of the 9 to 5, I am a mom of 2 kids. I have a 22-year-old daughter who is a second lieutenant in the Army, and she's currently in medical school.
Whoa.
And I have a 10-year-old son who is the center on his football team. Ooh. And also got to play a little nose guard because he got to play offense and defense this season. So he's having a blast doing that, getting ready to become a middle schooler and all the angst and everything that goes along with that. And then I have been married to my husband for a little over 25 years. We've been together since we were in high school. He is a retired Air Force fighter pilot, and he's now flies for Southwest Airlines. So, and we live in Allentown, where we grew up, and have 2 golden retrievers. We graduated from Great Danes. We had Great Danes for 20 years, and that got just to be too much dog in the house. So now we have golden retrievers.
Did you have 2 Great Danes?
I had 2 Great Danes at one time. I had 3 total. We got one. One was born. Our first one was born while we were on our honeymoon. So she was our honeymoon baby.
Yeah.
And then after she passed away at 12, we got a pair of litter mates, and they were both over 175 pounds. They were the cow spot ones.
You stole my line. That's a lot of dog.
It's a lot of dog. That's a lot of
So
dog.
you've always been a dual dog family, for the most part.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. So, once we had a little mutt dog when we had our first Great Dane. And then when my husband deployed and I moved home for a little bit, my mom kept that one, the little mutt dog. She told me I couldn't have that.
Well, I think, Bob, the podcast just wrote itself. So we have a military family, Army veteran, and then her daughter, I believe her daughter's name is Winnie. Winnie is a West Point grad who's in medical school. Then we got Ben, the 10-year-old, who is just killing it in Little League football or Pop Warner or whatever it's called. And we can talk dogs. I'll tell you what, I have 2 dogs as well. One of them is a Greater Swiss Mountain Dog. He is amazing. He is the best dog I've ever owned. He's such a sweetheart, but it's a lot of dog. And then we have a mini Bernedoodle. Her name's Kelsey. And there are definite advantages to having a smaller dog. Like if you want to go somewhere and just throw that 40-pound dog in the car, she can sit on your lap. She kind of blends in. The 105-pound dog, not so much.
Yeah.
No.
We actually bought, when we first got the litter mates, Fergus and Fiona, we actually had a Jeep, like a Grand Cherokee, and they didn't fit in that. So I went out and it was time to buy a new car. So I literally bought a Honda Pilot because that's what they could fit in the back end. It was the old style Honda Pilot that was bigger. So I could have both of the dogs in the car.
Yeah. So when you're like a $40,000, $50,000 or more now expense because of your dogs, right? Bob, you have a dog, right?
I do. She's short like a corgi, long like a border collie, but she's supposedly half golden retriever, but she's a small dog. She's like 45 pounds.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So the next time we're in a meeting together, I need you to pick the dog on your phone and let me see that because I can't picture corgi legs.
Let's do it right now. We're going to show him right now.
Okay.
Magic of editing. Bing, bing, bing.
Oh, so
here's our set of dogs. There they are.
All right. I'm very curious. They say that dogs take on the personalities of their owners and appearance and everything. So I wonder if my dogs will be seen as looking like me. Okay. So that said, all fun and games. All right.
Well, so, be blonde, but that's okay.
Hilarious. Yeah, I would like to, Bob, if you could touch up some of these Chrome highlights I have going on here.
Let's see what I can do.
Okay, thank you. Sure. And it's November, so you may notice a little bit of
no shave.
Yeah, there's a lot more white in the beard these days. So all of that said, Tara, you told us a little bit about yourself. What are your interests outside of work? So what do you like to do for fun? Do you have any fun hobbies or unique skills?
So I am a big reader, so I like to read. Okay. Generally, though, I don't read anything educational at this point. Most of my reading is for fun. Yeah. So I like to call it brain candy, like murder mysteries. And my daughter got me into the Sarah J. Maas, and I read, that one I actually listened to on my drive down from Allentown. The whole, I'm going to mess it up, Throne of Glass series. So it's a big fantasy series that teenage and 20-something girls and she's like, you've got to listen. So I did. It was pretty good. I liked it. It was a lot of heroines and female warriors, and it was very female centric and empowering. So that was kind of cool.
Love it.
And then, with Ben being in sports, I'm a sports mom. So I have football every week, and I'm the treasurer for their club. Because once they find out that you know how to do bookkeeping, everybody wants you to be the treasurer. So I've been the treasurer of Girl Scouts. I've been the treasurer for swim teams and booster clubs. And now, because my daughter was a swimmer, and now that Ben's in football, I'm the treasurer for football. So Bob, they say that you never know how many friends you have until you have a beach house or a pickup truck. I guess it is also true. You never know how many friends you have until you're an accountant, and everybody wants you to count the money. So
okay. So I appreciate the reads, Bob. Let's throw that this way. You read anything recently?
I just finished up Geddy Lee's book about Rush, the band Rush. He's the bassist for, of course. Just finished that up. I was on vacation last week, and my time to read is when I can just sit and just burn through and sit in the sun and read. So that's the last book I just read there, Geddy Lee's book.
Okay.
They're going on tour. They just announced they're going back on tour. Rush.
Oh, there you go, Bob. So I guess
Very excited.
Taking some time.
Yep.
I just finished a book. I can't remember who wrote it, but the book is called Murderland by Caroline Fraser, and it is about some of the environmental pollutants like arsenic and lead and smelter and all those things in the Northwest, like Washington and Seattle and that area, and how so many of the notorious serial killers came from the same areas of the country and the impacts of like the environment on those individuals. It was fascinating. And then right now, it's actually sitting on my desk here at work because I'm lending a copy to someone. The obstacle is the way. So this is like a leadership thing about like embracing challenges and staying centered on like, it is not allow the obstacle to guide you along the way. So I think I need to do the brain candy that Tara's talking and have a little more fun with my reads instead of reading Leadership and Murderland.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I'm kind of jealous. And I used to love like the Tom Clancy and just eat that stuff up. And
Yeah.
I just thinking about all the books I've read recently, they are all like bios or just a look at presidential leadership, those kinds of things.
Yeah.
I'm quite
So
the
if you want to
nerd.
read a good book about a rock band that's fake, but it's kind of fun, the series Daisy Jones and the Six was actually based on a book.
Oh, see, I've watched the whole series. Now I got to read the book. All right.
Yeah, so, and then the author is Taylor Jenkins Reid, and supposedly it was like loosely based on Fleetwood Mac, I think is who
That's
it was.
what it feels like.
Yeah, but then her other one, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn something, was loosely based on like Elizabeth Taylor. So like those are all like good. She's got like good brain candy books, but they're kind of historical, but not really because they're not really based on real people. But there's always a twist to them because you always find out the narrator at the end is like somebody that was in the story and you didn't expect it. So it's kind of
I have I'm so fascinated, and I'm not a history buff, but I am fascinated by history. And I want to like consume and understand and know so much of our history as a country. And, I find Abraham Lincoln fascinating. I find, all these, but I have a hard time getting through the books because they're so like thick and heavy. And it's like, you sit down after a long day of work and you're like, all right, I'm going to read for an hour. 10 minutes later, maybe not. Yeah.
It's a little bit. I'm with you because I'm the same way where like I want to read, I want this content, I want this information, and I'm like, this is good. And I find I'm the same way with like what will put me to sleep at night if my head's racing and thoughts are going. I love a good World War II documentary, so I'm like I will plop down and watch any World War II doc about anything, and I love it. And I know most of it, and I watch it, but that's what will shut my brain down from too many thoughts. And I'm like, okay, this is stuff I know.
Yeah.
And then maybe there'll be a little piece, but that'll be the piece where it'll help me go nighty night.
Yeah, got it. All right, Tara. So we heard about the modern day Tara Hauser, all things mom and family. What about like pre all that stuff?
Oh.
Any unique, like, what did you do in high school? What were you involved in? Do you play any instruments?
So my freshman year in college, my roommate, Stacy Ock, who we are still very good friends, was neither quiet nor graceful and decided that she wanted to go out for the rowing team. Oh. So every morning she would get up at 5 o'clock and bang around our room and just like wake me up. And finally, one day I was like, you know what? I'm up. I might as well just go. So that's how
I'm joining this activity because if I'm going to be awake, I'm doing it too.
Right. So that's how I ended up a Division I rower at St. Joe's University. And I was the captain my junior and senior year, and loved every minute of rowing. Still really good friends with all of the girls that I rowed with. Like we have a group chat. We go out about every 6 weeks because we're all fairly local. We're all scattered around Philadelphia. So, I think, and it really, rowing is the ultimate, I call it the ultimate team sport because you all have to be in perfect sync at the entire time that you're doing it or it all falls apart. And I just think that there's a lot of parallels in life, like with business and with your family and with everything with rowing. And, I just use a lot of analogies in life. I drive my kids crazy. My daughter even tried rowing her freshman year at West Point because I was like, she didn't want to swim anymore. And didn't want to try out. That was a Division I swimming program, and their rowing program was a club program at West Point. So I even got her to try it. She really enjoyed it, but she was there to be pre-med, and that took a lot of time. So
I have to imagine rowing. Gosh, they're right there on the Hudson in West Point, and I have to imagine it is just spectacular views and scenery. Oh.
She said it's really pretty, but it's really it's really rough water. Like compared to the Schuylkill can get bad, but compared to the Schuylkill, because they have like barges and stuff that they have to like dodge and weave, but we never had to deal with that. We just had like race boat people.
I think people who listen to the pod regularly know that I was a swimmer in high school and college. Bob was in the marching band. I think swimmers and rowers are wired similarly, just like runners. You know, it's like that get up at 4:30 or 5 a.m., get your workout in. And it's just very regimented people who work really, really, really hard.
I always got the classes I wanted because I was the only person that was signing up for 8:30 and 9 o'clock classes.
Yep. Same as, like, if I have practice at 5 a.m., I would go for a swim, then lift, then go have breakfast, go to class at 8 a.m. I'm done by noon. Yeah. And I always got the classes I wanted because I took the early ones.
So I went to St. Joe's, and we had a religion requirement, right? So, but your 400 level religion could be any world religion. So I really wanted to learn about Buddhism, and it was my senior year. And we had 5 a.m. practices, but the only time they offered this class was at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Ooh, that's late.
And I was like, oh. So like the professor was like this really cool Jesuit priest. And I was like, sir, I just want to let you know, like, I really want to take this class, but I can't guarantee you that I'm not going to fall asleep at some point. And if you don't mind, just kick my chair and I'll wake up. I'm like, but I really want to take your class. And he's like, do what you need to do. He's like, I've never had anyone tell me they're going to fall asleep. So at least you give me a heads up that it's not me and that it's you. And I'm like, yep, all me, not you. So I did get an A in the class. So
never a doubt.
Yeah.
Never a doubt. All right. Well, we won't ask Bob about his regimen as a marching band member. He was a marching knight, by the way, because my friend Bob.
Did you march in college too?
No, I've made a specific choice not to do that. And there's a big point where you like switch things up. Yeah. I don't think I would have done television if I had continued in music. So, yeah. So some things when you get to college and you just do something different just to switch things up. So
we're headed down that path I know Bob has one who is in the Air Force, one who just graduated college, right, Bob?
Yep.
And go ahead.
I was going to say she's got a job. She's down in North Carolina. So my kids are out into the world, down in the South for my daughter, working on a farm, doing her sustainable agriculture, and my son out in England, working in the Air Force.
What does he do for the Air Force, if you don't mind me asking?
He does the avionics for F-15s.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so he does all the systems, computer systems for the avionics for the F-15s.
Nice.
Well, meanwhile, Cameron and Brady Bauer are in 10th grade and 7th grade, and a little different world for me.
It's coming fast, man. It's coming fast.
It's coming. All right. So, Tara, at this point, we typically transition into 3 little segments that we do on the podcast. We have a question of the pod, which is just a different question for every guest. A local eat, highlighting a restaurant or food that you love locally or you've just had recently that you would recommend. And then a small win, something small that has occurred in your life or just something little that was like, yeah, that was a win. So you pick small win, local eat, or question of the pod. Which would you like to do first?
Why don't we do small win?
All right. Do you want to go first or last?
I will go second.
Ooh. All right, Bob. On my screen, I don't know if we're all seeing the same thing. I see Todd, Tara, Bob.
Yes.
So let's go in that order. Okay. And then the next question, we'll go backwards.
Sounds
all
good.
Right. So the small win, my small win, I had to put a little thought into this. I haven't had many small wins lately. My small win is, as a parent, I assume most parents go in and say goodnight to their children. And for years and years and years, you're going in and saying goodnight to your kids. Every morning, I get up at 4:30, and before I go downstairs, I go in and give both my kids a kiss. Very quietly, try not to wake them up, but I go in every morning. But just recently, my son, who just turned 13, started coming in to see me at night. Because I read a book. I usually head upstairs before the rest of my family because I get up so early. I head upstairs 9:30, read for an hour or so. And he's been coming up and coming to say goodnight to me.
That's because your bedtime is before his.
Yeah. But I just think it's great that I did not have to say like, hey, Brady, I need you to come say goodnight to me. But he has flipped the script because I'm in bed and he comes to say goodnight. So that's my small one. Go ahead, Tara.
So mine is not nearly as sentimental, but it also involves my son.
Okay.
So, Friday night was trick or treat, and they also had trunk or treat at school. So that child has 4 gallon-sized bags full of candy.
Nice.
But he separated. He knows that I like grape nerds.
Yes.
So he separated out all of the grape nerds and said, Mama, these are for you. He's like, I have so much candy, and I know you really like grape nerds, so you can have all of my grape nerds. I got 6 boxes of grape nerds.
I'm not sure this is a small win. This is great. Are you a fan of the nerd clusters?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They could be the greatest candy creation ever.
One of the this is a whole debate too, to go back, because I was just thinking about this with Halloween. I think you're either a chocolate person or a candy person, right?
Yeah.
So I'm candy now. Used to be chocolate. I'm candy. Yeah. I'm in with the nerds and the clusters and something with that flavor. The chocolate anymore is like,
So my husband steals all the Reese's cups from my son, which he literally has to steal them and sneak them because my son gets annoyed. So, and we made a tacit arrangement, since he gave me all of the grape nerds, I would leave, 1 or 2 nerd clusters for him.
1 or 2, not 6. Okay, moving on.
Not 6 or 7.
Yeah. We all work in schools, right? One of the podcasts I listened to, they were talking about how the nerd clusters are like just world changing. So anyway, go ahead, Bob. Take it away. Small win.
Look, I have coffee. You know, my man, Dominic DiDio, heard I didn't have coffee. Walked in, handed me coffee. That's a big win.
That's a huge win.
What a glorious. Thank you, Dom. Thank you so much.
So that was definitely not what you were planning to say for yourself.
No, this breaking news, small win.
Dom is typically behind the camera.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that he from the other room heard you say that and brought you coffee. Way to go, Dom. Here we go. All right, let's go to Local Eat. Bob?
I've been going to since Wawa, which I haven't seen. I just heard today that the Wawa at Valley Forge in Sunnytown Pike, my Wawa, is actually demolished now. That building is demolished.
No kidding.
I haven't seen it yet. So I've been, I don't know what to do for lunch, because that's my closest go-to, right? So I've been going to Amici's here in Middle Lansdale there with next to Manhattan Bagel, and Capriotti's I think is there, a couple other places. So I've been going to Amici's for sandwiches, and they have really good specials each day. And so I go in there and check out their special. I'm usually ordering their special. So really good. Can't recommend Amici's enough.
I saw Tara nod, and I nodded too.
Yeah, one of the ladies in the office just went there yesterday, and I used to work in Doylestown, and there was an Italian market called Altamonte's. Yeah. And I was like, is it like, I asked Jess, I was like, is it kind of like Altamonte? She's like, yeah, just smaller, but the food is just as good. So that's
really
so good. I often hit up Amici's before board meetings, because right down the street here. Yeah. Okay, go ahead, Tara. Local Eat.
So I went to Rolly Rice the other day. It's at the corner of Sumneytown, and I don't know because I'm not from Lansdale, but it's Church. It's right next to the Royal Farms on Sunnytown Pike, and it is actually right next door to Capriotti's. So, but they have sushi, but they also do like bowls. You can get like Korean bowls, and they also have these little like cool ramen machines where you buy the ramen and you stick it in this little machine and you push a button and it gives you the right mix of water and seasoning, and it's really kind of fun. It's just fun.
Love it.
So, you can get small ones and big ones. So like I get a small one in dumplings, and that's like the perfect lunch.
I have never been, and I will go. Kind of equidistant, maybe a little bit further down the road, but it's so close to the office here, I should do that. Okay, and is it somewhere you can order ahead?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You can order online.
Great.
Yep.
All right, my Local Eat is somewhat of a chain, I believe, but have either of you ever been to Cava?
Mm-mm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Cava's like Mediterranean. And it's kind of like a build your own. You get a bowl and just pick the fresh ingredients, vegetables. I'll usually get some kind of a chicken bowl with, just really neat flavors. And it's a Mediterranean meal. My wife's a vegetarian, so she does the falafel. Just love it. I love the fresh veggies and sauces and all that stuff. So Cava.
Is it close to here or is it close to home?
Actually, more like neither. It's in my travels as a sports dad. Like this weekend, we were actually in New Jersey, kind of near Monmouth University for a lacrosse tournament, and we went to lunch and we went to Cava. So, yeah, but they're all over. They have them in King of Prussia. They have, you know, they're local, but not. I wouldn't run out before a meeting here at work. I'll say that. So the question of the pod, Ms. Hauser, is: do you have any unique Thanksgiving traditions? We want to go first, second, third. Your pick.
Second.
Here we go. All right, we'll swing it back this way, Bob. My unique tradition for Thanksgiving, we have a pretty standard routine. However, I think I've said in previous years, whether it was the podcast or some other venue, that after the Thanksgiving meal, which we eat pretty early, I, along with a couple friends, load the kids in the car, drive to Vermont, and we go skiing Friday, Saturday of Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's fun.
And all the moms stay home. Yeah, my wife. Yeah, my wife loves it. We come home, the tree's set up. She's watched Hallmark movies. She's decorated. She's done some shopping, whatever. But the kids look forward to it every year. So do the dads, and quite frankly, so do the moms. Last year, the ski resorts weren't even open because it was a warmer November. And the moms were like, you guys are still going, right? And we still did go. We still went up and hung out and all that stuff. So skiing Thanksgiving weekend is a unique tradition.
Two things. So I do not cook for the most part during the regular year. But the one meal that I do cook, and I cook very well, is Thanksgiving dinner. So I have always loved making Thanksgiving dinner. It's just, it's like the no stress holiday in my world. And so I always make a ginormous turkey. Like it's like 18 to 22 pounds. We do not have enough people to eat an 18 to 20 pound turkey. Well, now my husband has gotten into smoking things. And so for the last 5 years, we have had dueling turkeys. So I bake one, and he smokes one, and now we have 40 pounds of turkey meat that we eat for months later, but we freeze it and eat it for later. But during the cooking of the turkey, I also watch the movie Love Actually, and I don't care if anybody watches it with me, but it is literally, I watch it every year. It is a happy movie. It has a happy ending. It's about the holidays, but it's not too Christmassy. You know, it's got Hugh Grant in it, so can't go wrong there. So yeah, we have dueling turkeys and Love Actually.
Wow, that's great. You know, they make
whoever wants to come eat at my house comes eat. Sometimes we take the turkeys and go to somebody else's house because my brother and his wife are vegetarians. So if we go there, like the rest of the family are not. So I'll take our turkeys to their house.
Okay.
So.
Right. Never met your husband, but I think I like him because I also smoke the turkey and love to do it. Love it.
Yeah.
See, now I got to get the recipes because we host Thanksgiving for our extended family, so our house is full, and our issue is always not having enough turkey. So, and plus, like if you get too big of a turkey, it doesn't fit in our oven, right?
Yeah.
So and thawing one of those.
Well, I buy fresh turkeys from Jandal's because we live like 3 minutes from Jandal Turkey Farms.
Yeah, we haven't gotten our turkey yet. We were just talking about it this weekend. We got to get on it because we have not done that because we need to start defrosting, I think, now.
Yeah, right? It always takes longer than you expect.
Way longer. It's ridiculously long.
Recipe, because I've used the same recipe since the first year we were married. I found it in Food and Wine magazine. It is a orange bourbon turkey. So, and you marinate it for a day, and yeah, it's really good.
Would you be willing to share? We can put these in the links, your recipe.
Yeah, I can. Yep, I'll get it.
It's a new feature of the pod.
Yeah.
You get recipe recommendations.
Bourbon pecan turkey.
And then I'm going to ask you,
Todd. We're allowed to do bourbon in school world. It bakes off. So
nice.
Yeah.
Totally.
And then you got to tell me your procedure for smoking the turkey.
Do you have a smoker?
I don't, but you said that, and I never have enough turkey. I'm like, ooh, I should have a dueling turkey competition here and figure out how to.
Now you have a Christmas present.
Yeah,
because you need a big green egg.
Exactly.
You need a smoker. Yeah, I do the spatchcock too, where like you cut out the spine and you kind of fillet it. It cooks.
Interesting.
It's so good.
We got to get both recipes up.
Yeah, here we go.
All right, sounds good.
All right, Bob.
So that's it. We just host. So our main thing is I do the turkey. I just do the turkey. Everybody else brings all the sides. So we're only making the turkey. The rest of the family brings like our favorites, like We have like pineapple stuffing, which is unique, and our normal stuff. Everything's really good. I can throw the pineapple stuffing. I can get that in the links here. So yeah, we just always host. It's my favorite holiday of the year, just because it's getting together, eating, talking, watching football. It is by far my favorite holiday of the year.
Love it. All right. We got through our 3 questions. We got to know Ms. Hauser a little bit better. We're right up against 30 minutes, which is typically our goal. Bob, can you start to phase in the little 90s grunge here? Do we talk about flannel and Birkenstocks again?
That's right. As long as we don't have any mosh pits, we're good.
Doc Martens.
Doc Martens. I'm sorry.
I wear works in the summer, but not with flannel.
Okay. I need to get myself a pair of I like the Birkenstock, like clogs. Like, totally my vibe. Like,
a school board meeting, Stick your feet out from underneath the table with your clogs.
As long as the cameras are high enough, Bob, we're good.
No, if you're wearing clogs at a board meeting, I'm going to get it.
Okay, I love it. I think there was a school board meeting during COVID times where Dr. Wanda Lewis Campbell talked about wearing your fuzzy slippers. And on camera, I actually went like this and held up my slipper during the board meeting. So, all right, with that, Ms. Hauser, thanks so much for joining us. Great to get to know you a little bit better. Hope everybody had a great election day and great start to the school year. And we'll see you soon. Thanks, everyone.